When mentioning the Duke of Zhou, many Chinese people think of in turbulent dreams, in folklore and street fortune telling. He is a mysterious prophet who predicts fortune. But this is a huge misunderstanding that has lasted for 1,000 years. The historical Duke of Zhou was not a fortune teller, but a great statesman, military strategist, and thinker. He was the spiritual idol of Confucius, the true founder of Confucian culture. Although he never wore the crown, he made the rules that governed China for 3,000 years. He is the true uncrowned king. Today, let us clear away the mist of superstition and meet the true architect of Chinese civilization. King Wu of Zhou died of exhaustion nearly 2 years after defeating the Shao. The newborn Zhou Dynasty was like a fragile infant, facing extinction. His successor, King Chen, was just a child. At this critical moment, the Duke of Zhou stepped up. Historical records say he prayed to his ancestors, offering his own life in exchange for King Wu's, and locked the prayer in a golden-bound chest. To stabilize the situation, he then decided to take over the regency, ruling on behalf of the king. But this sparked rumors. His brothers, the Dukes of Guan and Cai, jealous of his power, spread rumors that the Duke was plotting to usurp the throne. They even colluded with Wu Zhang, the remnant of the Shao, to launch the massive rebellion of the Three Guards. The newborn Zhou Dynasty faced the danger of disintegration and destruction. Facing internal and external threats, the Duke did not hesitate. He issued the famous Great Proclamation, clarifying his righteousness to the world. Then, he personally led the army east, fighting for 3 years in bitter warfare. He finally crushed the rebellion, executed the leaders, and conquered numerous eastern tribes. With an iron fist, he saved the Zhou Dynasty and preserved the spark of Chinese civilization. Conquering an empire is hard, but governing it is harder. The Duke knew that military force alone couldn't ensure lasting rule. So, he did something monumental, instituting rituals and music. What are rituals? They are not just politeness, but the order of society. They define the hierarchy between ruler and subject, father and son, husband and wife, detailing even how many bowls to use for meals or how many dances for a performance. They let everyone know their place and not overstep. And what is music UA? It is the harmonizer of emotions. The Duke believed that if there were only strict hierarchy, society would become cold and oppressive. So, he introduced music to promote harmony between people. Rituals distinguish differences and establish hierarchy. Music blends emotions and connects hearts. This ritual and music system was like an operating system for civilization, transforming a barbaric tribal society into a polite, civilized one. From then on, China became known as the state of etiquette. This cultural gene is deeply embedded in the blood of Chinese people, influencing us to this day. To more effectively control the vast eastern territories, the Duke also oversaw the construction of a new capital Luoyang, modern-day Luoyang. This place was called the center of the earth. Here, archaeologists discovered the famous bronze vessel Hizang, inscribed with the characters Zhaizi Zhangguo, dwelling in the center of the kingdom. This is the earliest physical evidence of the word China, meaning residing in the center of the world. At the same time, to consolidate rule, the Duke vigorously implemented the feudal system. He enfeoffed land and people to his clan and meritorious officials, establishing feudal states. For example, Zhang Zi was granted chair, and his own son was granted Lu. These states acted as shields for the royal house, spreading Zhou culture in all directions. This series of political moves laid the foundation for the Western Zhou's hundreds of years of rule. After 7 years of regency, King Chen came of age. The Duke of Zhou had no desire to cling to power. He Yiran handed over the authority to King Chen and returned to his position as a subject. Historical records say that through crude talent, he would spit out his food 3 times during a meal and hold his wet head 3 times during a bath, just to not miss any wise man. This noble character became the highest moral standard for statesmen in later generations. The greatness of the Duke of Zhou found its deepest echo in history. 500 years later, Confucius was born. The man Confucius admired most was the Duke of Zhou. When he lamented his old age, he said, "How I have declined. It has been so long since I dreamt of the Duke of Zhou." This sentence forever linked the Duke's name with dreams. The order established by the Zhou maintained 500 years of peace. But as time passed, this order began to crumble. Rituals collapsed, music burned, and the world fell into chaos. An era of intellectual explosion was about to arrive. Subscribe to the Middle Kingdom Chronicles. In the next episode, we enter the age of philosophers, the spring and autumn and war in states periods.